Hello everyone and welcome to today's session of Dance and Dice. I'm Toby, your Dungeon Master, and today is session number 44.
Yes.
I'm not alone, I'm joined by these guys. And as I was gonna say don't intro your characters, but now they're kind of unboxing. In any case, don't intro your characters, even though there's a name over here, and a race and a class.
Oh, there is?
We don't know who they are until the session starts. Introduction. Play, go.
Well, hello, my name is Frederick. I'll be playing Kevin Riddlewood, a Dwarven Monk, level 7.
Hi, my name is Marcus, and I'll be playing Dominic Grimdale, the half-orc fighter, who's also level 7.
Today portrayed by The Rock.
Hello, my name is Julian, and I will not be playing Barsoom, Tiefling Wizard.
But it says so in the
May
intro.
you rest. Hi, my name is Mikkel. I'll be playing Seek, the Satyr Sorcerer, also level 7.
And my name is Emil. I will be someone.
Well, that's how this plays from D&D. Last time on Dance and Dice, our adventurers made their way out of a book, which they had found themselves in. They got out of the book, they got back up to Silvio Sabicas, who was in the midst of trying to open a portal to the Feywild, where they were informed that in a short while this portal would be possible to travel through, but only by our 5 adventurers who were kind of imbued with this green glowy stuff in their skin, which was part of the reason why they, as a select few, were indeed able to travel to the Feywild, which otherwise has been disconnected from the west of the realms.
West of the
because I don't do
West of
arts
the
anymore
realms.
for some reason.
The west of
We
the
went our
realms.
way to Westeros, and it was no.
Are you ready?
Are you ready
Game
for
of Thrones.
Dungeons and
Dragons.
Wagons? They went back up. Sylvia said that she wanted a word with Bassoon, which allowed for the rest of the players to make their way up to the spire of Candlekeep. Bassoon and Sylvia had a conversation regarding the origins of Bassoon, the reason he was orphaned as a child, and she gave him a proposition of sticking around, staying in the Candlekeep library where she works, helping her friends on their way in the journeys they're gonna get themselves on in Feywild, which he agreed to. And in the meantime, at the spire, Gong informed the rest of the party that he as well was not really feeling the whole traveling to another realm into danger.
Well.
He would really like to just stay home and have a bar.
Well.
They then went back down, talked to Sylvia, who again was in the middle of making this portal, growing ever so much bigger. And once Bassoon had informed the group that he was being gifted the opportunity to stay back and help from there, Count realized that maybe the life of barding in a bar while interesting, maybe he would want to help his friends more instead. So he was also allowed to stay at Candlekeep to read up on how to become a scholared bard. He went to classic cons, not written. And they both had their pros and their cons.
Wait a minute.
Doesn't it start to rain now?
No,
Yes, it
not
does.
yet. In a moment.
Psychic damage.
What happened next was that the three adventurers went through the portal, Seek, Kevin, and Dominic. They were informed by Silvira to meet up with one of her good friends from the royal court of Mithrandale. And once they got there, well, it turned out that the situation wasn't quite what they had expected. And that is where we start today's session. Timing.
Nice to
By
time.
the way.
That was
Yes,
really well
That's
timed.
lovely.
We find ourselves not, well, just ourselves. We are one group. What did you do, Mark?
I'm not doing it.
It's good. We find ourselves.
Net 20.
Let me find the right song for this as well. I have been today working
I need a
on.
hero.
I've been today. I'm not kidding. I don't think I am.
You can't say music and not expect us to sing.
It's true.
Okay.
I have been working on
It's good.
You have Earth
the
a lot.
sounds of destroyed Feywild. We
Uh,
rewind just about 10 seconds before we finished our last session. Our adventurers have just walked out, because they all cleared their dexterity saves. Walked out of this portal from Candlekeep, and while expecting to find themselves in a grand city of Mithrandale, they now stand in what probably was a grand city once. They're standing in a metropolis of rubble, of corpses, of ravens, apparently.
Dead ravens.
Dead ravens. There actually might be some ravens around.
Send the raven.
Their lungs are instantly not filled with, but the smell and stench of rubble, of burnt wood, of burnt flesh fills their noses. And nothing of what they thought they would arrive into appears to be the way they thought it would be. The sky is clouded, not by natural clouds as you'd expect, but by smoke from this city. And as far as your eye can see, there's ruins. Rubble. Imagine yourself in 1945 in Berlin. You are in a completely torn apart place. Nothing that has ever looked like a beautiful elven or elegant building stands left. It's rubble. There are some buildings with roofs on, but all the bright colors have been soaked by ash and has been literally destroyed, as if everything joyous has been ripped from this place. You see behind you, the portal close. And that's where we start.
Is this what you dreamt of, Barson?
He's not here.
Barsoom. You mean Dominic? You
Oh,
mean me?
sorry. Seek. Oh, wow.
You already miss him.
Yes, it is, boys!
It's the mustard gas.
You don't need
it's the
another
mustard
character
gas
then.
coming into you. Don't
Dual
don't-
characters.
Don't breathe.
Is this what?
No,
I thought it
this is
was.
something completely else.
life?
This is
Is this
horrible.
just fantasy?
Maybe the destruction of it happened faster than we thought.
Well, they did say they lost the connection to the other side, right?
Yeah.
So maybe as soon as they lost that, that was a sign of this happening. Is this really the Feywild? It looks weird.
I would like to see if I can see any movement around us.
Make a perception check.
Not 20.
You, again, with the sound of ravens, you see birds there at a distance, so you can't really make out whether or not it is a raven, but dark birds flying around. You see an occasional rat-like creature again.
Bigger
It's-
or?
No, size-wise the same,
Okay.
but you can't make out whether it's a rat or any other small
But no humans.
creature. No.
Big humanoids.
There's corpses lying in the streets, and around 50, 60 meters further down this, what might once have been a street that you stand on, you see some movement.
Someone's down there. Quick, hide.
Let's be careful.
Let's
Be ready for anything, guys.
I follow Seek.
I follow you guys.
Make a stealth check.
Oh, that's great.
And it's a group stealth check, so half the group rounded up has to succeed.
30-20.
14.
You don't know what the DC is, but I'll let you know.
14.
19.
You instantly kind of cower down behind some of the rubble. A
Stay
broken wall to what might once have been a house or a shop, we don't know. You sit back, and where you spotted this person to begin with, again it's hard to make out with all this smoke and ash in the air. But you kind of look down and you see what appears to be you can't really make out a race. And your trip to Candlekeep has kind of enlightened you in the sense that, okay, there are many more races in the world of D&D than I thought there was. I spoke to an owl yesterday. You see this kind of crunched over, seemingly old being with a beard, kind of just walking down with a stick, kind of digging through some rubble further ahead.
Let's just wait for him to get closer. For it to get closer.
Stay alert. Stay ready for anything.
Definitely.
Okay.
You sit here for a couple more minutes, this old man sometimes leaning over, kind of looking at what appears to be old pieces of pots or whatever, looking at them, kind of throwing them down again, continuing walking around,
Walking towards us, or?
seemingly maneuvering around the same
Maybe we should
place.
just ask him what happened.
Yeah.
Is
Let's
this
just be cautious. Maybe get a little bit closer to him before we...
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe
Let's
we
move
stealth a
forward.
bit closer to him.
Yeah, you make your way further forward, and as you kind of get halfway there, still 30 meters away, this person just looks towards you. Who goes there?
Hello, we're friends. Sorry.
There are no friends left in Mithril.
We're in
And he just kind of continues digging in what seems to be the rubble of this collided building.
What has happened to the city?
I knew the Forgotten One would do this. No one believed me, but the Forgotten One is behind it.
As he kind of keeps on doing his thing.
Forgotten
He's kind of the Wall-E of people, just looking at various things. Nope, not useful. Puts it down again. Nope, not useful. Puts it down again.
The Forgotten One.
Yes.
You have a name for this one?
By the way, he's speaking common.
Oh,
And as you make your way closer, you see that it is well, it appears to be a human in facial features, but he has kind of a dark glow over him. So clearly something that maybe once was human or still is human, but has this aura around him, so to speak.
How long has passed since this happened? This disaster?
Many days. I stopped counting long ago.
He kind of continues maneuvering
what
around.
exactly happened?
The rocks started raining. And when the rocks started raining, the dark people came, but no one believed me. I said it was the Forgotten One, but no one batted an eye.
You say that rocks started raining. Were they on fire? Was it meteors?
Yes, some of them were on fire, causing big explosions.
We are become We're from the other. We're from another plane. We're from the
Material.
Faerun.
Real world.
No, we're
Forgotten
from
Realms.
Forgotten Realms.
Or you can say material plane.
We're from.
I've forgotten
no,
your
I said
realms.
different-
Oh, I've forgotten all the realms!
I said we were from a different plane.
Oh.
We're from the Forgotten Realms. They lost contact with you. With this.
Well, yes, I
Faerun.
too once walked the Forgotten Realms.
And as he kind of, while every time he talks to you, he's kind of leaning over talking, but for the most part, he's just taking in the ground. You can see that as you make your way closer, he has a small, like rucksack, backpack over his shoulder. That every now and again he finds something, whether it be a shiny thing or a sharp thing or something, that kind of opens up and puts it in and takes the pouch over his shoulder again.
We have to
Remember my
We have to
vision.
loot him.
Remember my vision from back then in Cremor?
Yes.
There were meteors and
And
rocks
So you
falling.
here?
I wasn't here. I was at another place, but there was similar destruction. Similar, at least it was happening. When I was there, it was happening. But I wasn't in the city. I wasn't just in nature, by the forest, by the shore. But
You seem new around here.
well, we are new. It's the first time.
Care for a story?
Yes, very much. Happy to meet you. I'm Dominic.
I put my.
I take the gum out of my.
Jurassic Park.
Give him a gold piece.
No, a gold piece. Yeah. Give it. It's real enough.
What's your name? Yeah.
Let's just get on with the story first. Gather round, and I will tell you of the Forgotten One.
As you sit down, he sits down and kind of signals to you to sit down next to him. And he goes,
There once was a mighty powerful wizard. He had a house in the mountains with his wife and son, where they lived a joyous life in solitude. One day, a representative of the royal court came to the wizard with a request. The request was from the king, the queen, and their daughter, the princess. They wanted the wizard to be the royal protector.
Is that all,
I
is
give
that
him
all
that.
a gold piece can give us?
Now we'll continue. The wizard was humbled, flattered, and he agreed. The wizard and his family then moved into the king's castle, where they were treated like royalty themselves. After a few years of living with the royal family, the wife of the wizard fell ill. Initially, they didn't think too much of it. Diseases come and go, and the wizard had always been able to find a cure. But not this time. Rapidly, the illness started spreading through the body of the wizard's wife, and no matter what she did to try and cure her, she only seemed to get worse. The wizard was frustrated, seeing his wife in this state and not being able to do anything about it. So he traveled the realms and planes looking for a cure, but there was no cure to be found. After the passing of the wizard's wife, it didn't take long before the wizard fell into a deep depression. The joy that had once surrounded the wizard was no more. All he now saw was the empty bottom of liquor bottles and the sad look of his son's face, who, understandably so, missed his mother like any young son would have. The wizard couldn't live with himself, having not been able to save his wife, so not long after, he ended up taking his own life too.
Oh, here you go. I'll give him like 5 gold pieces. Please just continue for a longer time now.
At one point, not long after, the son was now left alone. He was a wizard as well, but by no means as powerful as his father. He did what he could to fill his father's shoes, but every task he was given, well, failure seemed to be the end result. The only one being supportive of him was the princess, who everyone else laughed and taunted. She would be there to lift him up again, which over the following years sparked a romance between the two. A few years later, the princess was to be married. Unfortunately not to the young wizard, but to a prince, of course, for that is how the nobles do their things. A party was held at the royal palace in celebration of the newlywed couple, which the young wizard was invited to as well, despite him having asked the princess not to have to go. But she insisted. At one point, during the late evening hours, the young wizard went out to the gardens to escape the celebration, where he then ran into the princess. He asked if she was happy, to which she said no. But a princess does what a princess does to survive. She said it was unfair, but before finishing his sentence, the princess kissed him. His cheeks blushed, and happiness filled his body for the first time in many years. That happiness was quickly ended though, as he felt a big blow to the back of his head and passed out. He woke up a little while later to the sound of screams. And as he opened his eyes, he saw that right next to him, the new prince had forced himself on top of the princess, claiming that she would do whatever he asked now that she was his wife. The wizard quickly got on his feet, pushed off the prince, and not long after a fight erupted between the two. And just as the prince seemed to be the victor, the young wizard casted a spell which ended the life of the prince. The princess screamed again, and the prince stood back in disbelief. And the wizard stood back in disbelief of what had just happened and what he had just done. A few moments later, the royal family of the princess and the prince arrived. And as they saw what had happened, they turned to the princess, asking for an answer of what had happened. She looked to the young wizard, who stood alone looking at her, waiting for her to tell the truth of how he saved her. But the words that came from her mouth was, "He did it. He forced himself on top of me and killed the prince." And just like that, the young wizard was broken. Not by the punches of the guards who jumped him immediately after, but by the one person who had once stood up for him when no one else did. Now he knew he was truly alone. The king banished the wizard from the realms, and as an additional penalty for having forced his way into his daughter, he sentenced him to 2,000 years of torture in the deepest pits of the Shadowfell. Over the following decades, the memories of that evening turned to tales, and after 1,000 years, it was completely forgotten. But some of us knew what happened that day. Some of us kept the stories alive. And some of us tried to ward the realm, but no, you old fool. Go back to your asylum, get out of this bar, go bother other people with your stories. But mark my words, young men, the wizard has returned, and he is one. You can only imagine what 1,000 years of torture in the realm of depression, or imagine what that can do to what a powerful man he might be, or have become. But enough about that. I'm onward.
Jesus.
To more things in the future. You never know what might happen in a city such as this. And as he says that, you hear the loud sound of a lightning strike hit right behind you.
Holy hell.
You see how down what might once have been a back alley or back street is shadows crossing back and forth across the street. Another lightning strike comes through, and as you hear it the second time around, you hear the scream of a wounded. Now, where your focus had been solely on this old man, you start noticing that what appears to be a skirmish is happening not too far from where you are. A fight. It's happening not too far from where you are. I don't know what I'm still saying because he's on now. And as you turn around and look for the old man, you see him like making his way further away in the other direction.
Survivors.
Wait,
People that might aid us in this.
Who
Let's
knows
find them.
what's going
maybe.
on? Let's go. Should
Let's
we run
find
to
them, yes.
You.
Old man, you never gave us your name.
He's gone.
Fuck.
It's Kevin!
You turn the corner.
Ooh.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Ooh.
Oh, back to the map.
While running away,
What?
while running towards this, I'm gonna grasp my chest and just please be with us in this and cast guidance on myself, running into the fray.
Okay. You make your way over to this place where you
I love this
see.
place.
Oh my god, that's a dark map.
Oh,
Why am I making the map so dark?
I don't know.
Because you're dark.
Because it's dark and dusty and
Emo.
I'm just gonna change
Fiery.
this on here real quick so that people can see.
But where do we
Turn
come
on
from,
the light.
Toby?
I am getting there, but one moment.
I'm
But where are we, Toby?
yeah. I'm going to the roof then.
I need a refill. Can you feel
Wait, then we know that you came in from the opposite direction.
Oh no!
What happens
Gosh darn
is
it.
that you see before you,
Gracias.
you're coming in from up here, where my marker is.
Yeah.
You can put the three of you next to each other.
Three of us. He is not with us.
Oh.
That's the one.
It's
I'm
not
the
that
only one with horns.
You see that
No,
in
you're
front
not.
of you. Give me a moment. Give me a moment.
It's basically the same.
You see that in front of you is
I'm not gonna do
what appears to be a big dog standing here.
That's the wrong way around.
Bow wow wow yo yippee bow wow.
2 dice at once. That's a new record for you.
This was a trap set up just for me.
By the old man.
It's a trap.
The dog is there. You put him down. Great. You see that there is what appears to be a soldier stood here,
We
and
don't
a
even
soldier
know.
stood here, or at least it's people with weapons.
Oh.
In front of them is a lesser equipped person here.
Oh, we have to use other.
The threes look similar in appearance.
Oh, okay.
This one is a 2.
A two.
And this one is a 2.
I'll do
I want you.
And down here
I want 2, 3,
stands
a 3, a 3, 4.
A 5, 6.
taller
7.
human.
7.
That's a 4.
7.
That's a 4.
7. 7.
And down here, you can't really make it out, but that's also a taller human.
Can't really make it out.
And the first thing that you notice is that number 3 here goes for a swing at number 2 with a with a short sword, not a long sword, and pretty much just cuts his throat.
Whoa.
You don't see that, but what you see is this person immediately drops the sword, goes like this, and falls to the ground. And what you see stood where, I mean, you couldn't really have a direct line of sight before. You just see this. It doesn't look like a skeleton or zombie. Imagine, have you ever seen
A son.
a human with? Have you ever seen a like a really old person that's pretty much just skin and bones?
Yeah.
That's what you see. A person just standing with a sword, completely dark eyes, and seemingly no knowledge of whatsoever. And I would like for you to roll initiative.
I suspect.
Just the 3 of them.
Suspected as much.
All of us.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my
That's exciting.
I did
11.
9.
12. 12.
One moment.
That's a 9.
Tell me again.
12.
12. Dominic.
15.
Kevin.
9.
Not Gong.
13.
Not Basun.
19.
19.
Already. I got
Just like, okay. I'm so excited for this. And I can't look at anybody's screen. It's so hard.
And that was
My
his
bag is like
character, and now he's
lifting.
dead. Now he's dead.
Who
We make a new
this
one.
You did make a third character, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Because you were that one, right?
I'm the dog.
Oh, it's a dog.
Yes.
It's a dog.
Great. Bassoon you rolled, not bassoon.
19.
19. Great. So
What do
you
you want
start.
from where?
You are number 4, stood in front of this very big, shadowy dog.
Are we just gonna use this for now?
I will,
Yeah.
we'll use that for now. I will show you all an image.
Image.
Of the
Of the
dog?
number 5 or of
Of the dog.
the dog?
This is what you see.
Oh, shadow.
Kind of a half shadow, half real mastiff dog.
Doggo.
And in front of him stands a very tall, I think, character who is now allowed to introduce himself. Or let's just tell us what they see, because you aren't quite focusing on them standing all the way up there just yet. Just tell us
So,
what they
okay. So, what you see is... One second. So, what you see is... 6'4".
That's not
Quite
wolf.
massive half orc with yellow, piercing yellow eyes and black grayish, a black grayish beard. He is bald, but he has like beard just on his kind of
Mutton chops.
Yeah.
down also on his chin as well.
Yeah,
so it's like
fisherman's beard.
no mustache kind of
Yeah.
mustache-less beard. And he looks quite seasoned. Like he doesn't look like he doesn't look really old and doesn't look really young. He's like mature. He is not wearing any kind of armor, but his clothes look kind of. He has some leathery kind of small pieces of not armor, but he has some bracers, some leather bracers, and he has like fur on his shoulders, like some sort of like black fur that also becomes a bit grayish, and he has this huge great axe that from where you're standing you can see that it kind of has some sort of detailing. It doesn't look just like a regular great axe, but right now you can't really see the details, but it looks special in a way. He's very kind of native looking, if you could imagine like someone from like a tribal kind of looking nature-esque in his clothing, and he looks very angry.
Now, I was just gonna say, you are already raging.
Yes.
Yeah, baby.
You don't have to trigger that, like spend anything to do that this turn, because you guys have been fighting for a little while before the rest came, and you stood in front of one of these mastiffs that you've probably fought before.
Nice. All right. So I'll use my axe and attack the beast.
You will. 900 damage!
All right. Okay.
It's
So
gonna be my axe is bigger than your sword competition for the rest of the campaign.
okay, let's hope I hit.
My voice is not deeper than yours, though.
That's a
Are you taller?
13.
You hit.
All right.
13.
Then I need a D12. Is that this one? Is that
yes.
this one?
Yes.
Okay.
Welcome to
That's
the
it.
D12.
Welcome to the D12.
Welcome to the game D12.
All right.
I think we've done
So,
anything with the
okay.
entire campaign yet.
No.
Yes, we have.
Oh.
We have done it for Toll the Dead.
All right.
Yes.
So,
True.
I've used it.
all right. So, that's 9 damage, and I attack again
Yes.
with my great axe. And that is 14.
14 damage. Yeah.
No, that's just a. Oh, I don't.
In total.
Don't I try to hit again, or do I
Oh,
actually?
you 14 to hit. Ah, yes.
14 to hit.
You hit.
Yeah, good.
I think it's very hard for you not to hit.
Yeah.
This.
And that's 7 damage.
7 damage. Yeah.
Yeah. So just this. He sees this half-orc just like, die, you bastard!
Yeah.
Two swings.
Yes. What happens next is you guys notice this, but you don't. I would like for you
Did you have
to
reach them?
place.
Probably not, but that's okay.
Learning as we're going.
Yeah.
We're going. You see that up on the roof here.
I'm sorry.
You can place this up on the roof on the marker that I've just made.
Yeah.
A
We have more these.
what?
We have more these if you.
I know, but we'll have
He's a
that up there.
D20 kind of person.
Oh.
A person appears. You can't really make out any, features on this person. All you see is from this person appears to be a long chain, which this person just flicks down and hits number 2 with.
Oh.
And what you see is initially the chain connects and kind of wraps around this person. From the chain, this black light comes through, and you see how this person flops, and it's not there.
That's a expensive.
It then leaps, kind of jumps, taking off, and vanishes.
No fucking way.
And
I'm gonna run the other way.
so we don't know those guys. They seem to be doing fine. Let's talk to the old man again.
Hey, hey, Harvey.
I see that half-orc swinging his axe, and I just immediately draw
Get up
my
on there.
sword and go like, towards the zombie-looking kind of almost dead guy. Just be like, hey, you, stop killing people. To that one, right?
Yes.
What is it? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and I dash towards this guy. And yeah, I'm gonna stand.
You turn there. Yeah.
And that's it.
That's your turn.
I don't have any bonus shit I can do right
No,
now.
that's fine.
Yeah.
By the way, I think we should make a homebrew rule, which we use in our other group, which I think works really well in terms of distance. When moving diagonally, because technically that's further than regular squares, every other diagonal square you move is 10. So if you move only diagonal, like if you go then you go 5, and then it's 10 the second time you move in the same turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fair.
But
I didn't.
It actually evens out pretty much as the exact distance.
But
it doesn't matter how much it is.
'cause I get
Just so that you know.
Yeah.
I'll remind people whenever we move, and then
Actually,
it'll
can
make
I?
sense.
No. This is fine. This is fine.
We're
That's
not
your turn?
flanking here, right?
That is.
No flanking.
That's my turn. I just stand ready and.
Yeah. You
To defend.
are stood in front of this creature who, again, you're pretty impressed it can even hold a short sword with how narrow and nasty looking its hands are. You see kind of a face looking up towards you and just break its wrist and attack you and take 1 damage. No.
Okay.
Tries to attack you.
And that one without
Breaks
rolling.
its wrist. The sword just flies out its hand and it just stood there looking at you. It's still got
Is that what happens?
yes. It's still got human-esque features. It's not just rotten flesh as you would see a zombie. It's wearing a helmet and has a chain shirt on too.
Yeah.
But it's like, there goes my sword.
As he breaks his wrist and misses and the sword goes, I immediately counterattack with the riposte.
That makes sense.
Counterattack.
Okay, and that was good. Wait a minute. That's 20. 30-20.
You hit.
Yeah. And that is 13 points of damage with my great sword. Yeah.
Yeah. You clunk
No,
your
wait. That's not it. Sorry. 21.
damage.
Yeah.
How did they go from 13 to 21?
Because I had to roll the d8 as well for my superiority dice, and I rolled an 8.
Okay. So what happens is that you essentially just cleave into this being, and as you do that, it pretty much sticks onto your sword. As you pull it out, just falls to the ground, playing, looking at you like that.
Yeah.
It's not dead, but it's lying down and somewhat dysfunctional.
What the fuck?
It initially tries to get back up, but you've like thrusted your sword so hard into his side that it just goes for like a on your leg instead.
Yeah.
And rolls a 19, which is even higher than that. So you get a scratch on your leg.
No way.
And you take a total of
4.
4 piercing damage.
Wow.
Is that a d4? No.
Yes, plus 2.
D4 plus 2.
That's my
And,
20 perception before.
It gets back up on its feet, but you can see as it kind of gets back up, it's almost falling over the other way. It's as if you've made it the scale torn in pieces, with the way its upper body is like just kind of dangling on top of its.
What the hell
body.
is happening?
And it ends its turn there.
Yeah.
The other one starts with its sword that it actually has.
It's number 3 over there.
Yes, starts walking over to you as well.
No.
And attacks you with a sword. We'll see if it loses it as well. It hits a 19 against your armor.
It hits.
You take 7 piercing damage.
Ouch.
You can take it. You're the set.
Swings at you again.
We got 2
Hits
now.
a 23 against your armor class.
Oh my fucking, what are you rolling? You roll a 1 and then you roll
19, 17, 18.
Yeah.
And you take 5 piercing damage.
Min-max.
Damn it.
And it just ends its turn with its sword kind of down the side, looking at you. As it swings at you, behind it you see what currently is, I forgot to mark that there's a number 3 down by number 4 as well.
Oh yeah.
There.
Oh.
What you see is that a blade pierces through this number 3, and as the blade gets pulled back out and this number 3 falls to the ground, you see...
What do we see?
What do you see?
Oh my god.
A bar.
You see a very well armored elf with a big shield on its back and a scimitar in its hand.
It's a pirate.
That I just
Send.
and I have a pale bluish taint
Aura?
like aura, and also just the color of my skin, pale bluish. And I stand with a great poise, and I shout to Faragor, stay focused. And then
This is June.
with
And he shoots Dominic.
I take my scimitar, and then I take the other hand to the middle of my scimitar, and I pull back, and I point at this one,
What?
and an arrow appears of light.
What the shit?
What? What?
What the fuck?
His scimitar is arranged with him.
The fuck?
Nice.
Now we get items.
You just have to leave or die, and then you get back like way more buff. He doesn't know that.
cool.
Unfortunate. You shoot him. Yeah. Make a ranged attack.
I will.
Nice.
Holy shit. I roll a nine.
That is a 17.
You hit.
17.
Great.
For 84.
That's great.
You hit the leftmost one, right? The one not currently falling apart.
Yes, this one. Yeah. And that is that's an 8.
8 damage. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna move.
Yeah.
You gotta get your new minis.
Yeah. I stole one of your attacks on your turn, just so that you know,
Oh, so
because of the initial
Fair enough.
of that
The
guy.
cinematic
Fair enough.
Awesomeness.
right then. Well, then I
You can still.
put my sword, my sword, my shield. Thank you. And I move closer to this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
On the corner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Just one.
Then anything else? Bonus action stuff.
Let me just check.
Nice. What is he? Fight. I'm not sure.
No.
Arrow of light though.
No, I think that. Oh wait, I just have to check.
New characters. Take our time. Take our time. Not in a hurry.
I already know all you can do. So. I'm kidding.
Are you though?
Do you want to play my character?
No.
Oh, so
With
you're
his
definitely
specific,
him.
like subclass stuff, I don't actually think because he's not playing something most people play.
But
Oh yeah.
I don't think
I'm
you-
not like most
because
people.
he's-
Really
But they could be.
As
they could be like
a
nerd.
as a bonus action,
Yeah.
I
W.
You.
nerd.
do something to my blade,
Mm-hmm.
which is a first level spell.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Oh. No.
Should I say what I do? Do you
I mean,
have an idea of what I do?
No, but if it doesn't have any impact yet, you don't.
It doesn't have an impact.
I know what you're doing. So,
Great.
yeah, we'll wait with that. Makes sense.
So mysterious.
Shall I describe it?
I lick it.
What happens next is that it is 6 turns.
6 turns. Seeing awesome people. Gonna run a bit. 5, 10.
You got guidance.
No, I already used that for my initiative. That was over here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So here.
5, 10, 15.
5, 10,
Yeah.
15,
Yeah.
20,
Yeah.
25,
Yeah.
30, 35. It's because the first one is 5.
First one is 5. Second one is
10.
Yeah. And then the third one is 5 again.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to use a firebolt against the one attacking my friend.
Yeah, the one that's falling apart.
Yes.
Yes.
Actually, no, I'm gonna do, if it's already taking damage, I'm gonna do a taller than it instead.
Oh, dark.
So you have to make a wisdom saving throw of 15.
Which one are you attacking?
This one.
It fails.
It fails, so 2d12.
2d12. I love how you like 1.5 years ago when we played a one
That's
shot you didn't.
9.
What type of damage is it?
That
Yeah.
is necrotic.
It doesn't have any impact.
Oh,
That kind of
That makes sense.
dedication.
That's like
it
yeah.
doesn't have an effect with necrotic. And
What necrotic? I run.
What?
I don't understand what you're saying to me.
Did you?
Are you speaking that
heal it?
Sylvan thing again?
They're like, fuck! And that's my turn.
And they go, we already knew that.
Yeah.
And that's your turn. Then
I
it's
was thinking about the time you played sorcerer for the
I
first time.
am gonna use one charge on my Sandals of Haste. So you see me doing like a sonic thing. So you say 10, 20, 25, 30,
Mm-hmm.
35,
Mm-hmm.
40, 10, 20, boom.
Stop there. Yeah.
Sack.
And I'm gonna go with my quarterstaff.
You got a quarter
Come on, Woolertop,
I do.
we can do this.
Yeah, I don't hit.
Little child.
Never
So that's a 9.
You don't hit.
No. And the second one, I did a Marcus.
Oh,
The map went out.
That's a 17.
You do hit.
7 to 17.
And when I do that, I'm gonna use a key point.
Keyboard.
To do
Does he need to
do
stunning
necrotic damage?
strike. No,
Yeah.
stunning strike.
Yeah.
And you have to do a DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
It hits.
Woohoo! So it's
Did
stunned.
Kevin just stunt something?
Finally.
And I'm
He's
gonna
beginning to
As you like
1d8.
with the first one, the second one comes around. You just hit it on the side of the helmet, and it just goes.
And it takes
Birds on top of
11 damage.
Ooh, 11 damage.
Why do birds?
Now, when you attack with your quarterstaff instead of your handies, is that still magical damage, or is it only your fists that are magical?
It's a monk weapon.
I don't know.
The
You know
fists-
everything.
The fists are magical, and that's more of a flair thing. If you wanted to make his attacks magical, but you can't. That's
monk weapons.
monk weapons are not.
Magical
If he has
enemy.
a plus one staff,
We
it's
just do the
magical.
rule as
But if
following.
it's
At level 6, monks gain the ability that their unarmed attacks
Unarmed
count as
attacks.
magical for the purpose of upcoming resistances.
then no,
That's
so it's not magical.
Any magic weapon will work as long as it's a monk weapon you can use, blah blah blah. I don't think it's magical
No,
damage.
it's just a
I just need to
staff.
know. Not that it has a massive impact right now, I just need to know that.
Yes.
So now that it's stunned, it can't take any reactions or anything.
No.
I'm gonna dance over here.
Oh.
It is fun.
So now you have advantage against it.
What?
You have advantage against it.
But I already used my bonus action for the dash.
Advantage.
Sonicked.
So I'm just gonna stand there like,
Very
down here, down here,
yeah.
looking
You and your
over
turn
my shoulder.
there. Yes.
Yeah.
What happens next is, and I forgot to add her before. It, her, they, them.
For,
This creature that you saw bounce into the air, lands down behind Kevin. Oh, she lands up there. That makes perfect sense. Thank you so much.
oh no.
She lands up there, and you see once again this
Myself
chain
dirty.
in her hand, and she whips it down at Kevin.
No, 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 no.
No, you do not. And
Donut.
tries
You donut.
to attack you.
Shit.
Hits a 15 against your armor class.
No. 16.
Pulls it back. Tries again.
Oh.
Is it
Another.
arranged?
Hits.
Oh, it's only if it hits.
Yeah.
It is a very long reach chain. Hits a 25
Yeah.
against
Yeah,
your
no,
armor class.
I have 26.
Oh, I forgot I had
You
plus 10.
Take
It's a plate mail. He won't understand.
12 piercing damage.
But I use my deflect missiles.
It is not a ranged attack.
It isn't.
No, it's a reach attack.
Oh.
It's like a whip.
Then I don't use my deflect missile. Can I use it on it?
Deflect weapon.
Cool
You
whip.
can and expend a key point by the model.
Cool whip.
Okay. I won't.
No.
I look at it and say, that's not a ranged attack.
And as it hits you, this time around it kind of... the initial one you managed to dodge, looking over your shoulder. The second one hits your arm. And I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh.
I think those you are at least with that.
Yes. So that's an 11.
What happens next is that as it hits your arm, as you try to kind of pull your arm towards you, you see how this changes, wraps around your arm, and you take an additional 22 necrotic damage.
You have evasion.
Oh yeah, that's true. I can't remember.
Isn't
what I
that
did.
too late? Huh?
Which you now know for next time.
I know.
But that's for dex saves, right?
That is
Even
actually
though-
true. That's dex saving throw.
What does it do?
I only take
Ah.
half damage, or if I succeed,
But this
I
is not a
don't
spell.
take. When you're subjected to an effect that allows you to make a dex saving throw.
Yeah.
But that's fine. I'll take 21.
Explain.
I can take on a failed save. I only take half damage. On a success, I
You take 11?
no
Yeah,
damage.
That makes perfect sense. 11 necrotic damage.
And the first one was 12, right?
12 piercing damage.
Ouch.
As this, after this dark matter kind of it doesn't enter your arm like as in your blood. It's just like a dark cloud of goes down, really hurts your hand, and then she pulls the with a whip, pulls the chain back to I'm gonna say her. I don't know if it's a woman, but now apparently it is.
It's a
I've said her twice, so now it is a woman stood up there. And what happens next is that it leaps off in this direction.
Fucking hell.
And disappears.
She leaps.
Damn it.
She deadly.
And from there, attacks Dominic.
What?
Where is
On
she
a
now?
third attack?
Yep.
Where is she now?
She stood there.
Okay.
I thought you said she disappeared.
Come at me.
Hits on that 20. And you take...
So
Welcome to Feywild, my friend!
these two are not the only new characters we're gonna meet today. Do I have
It was at this
anything I
moment
could just
he knew.
use?
He fucked up.
He fucked up.
You take 19 piercing damage
Yeah, baby.
and make a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, baby.
Can I be Dragonborn if I die?
No,
Can I play Dragon Ball?
5.
Yeah.
What happens is...
No, what the shit? We rolled a 1.
I would like to respawn as a Super Saiyan.
You take 22 necrotic damage.
Yeah, baby.
And
Yeah.
that's the end of its turn, and it stays there because it already
Ow.
jumped.
That hurts.
How does Dom look?
I'm gonna tell you how he looks.
It's like a doom
He
when the
looks
face
confused,
changes.
scared, frightened, and very hurt.
Smelling bit of poo.
Yeah.
More the brown
And
patch.
maybe smelling.
And 1% horny.
Think about the wind.
40% intimidated, 10%.
I can't connect.
She's hot.
I can't connect my
Is she
character.
hot?
My character is gone.
I didn't do that much damage, did I? 20 damage. Deleted on D&D Beyond.
So it didn't. So it was 19 right first,
And then 22.
And 22.
and then 22. Holy mother load.
But you were... Why didn't you have a full...
Because that stupid little.
The guy scratched his leg and the other one hit him with this sword.
So no, I'm fucked up, but I'm still standing.
And it is now
Better than
your
I
turn.
did.
Not Basum.
Not Basum.
All right. As like a mini reaction to what Seek just said,
Yeah.
I want to shout because he shouted that they can't take necrotic damage. Say, I just shout, and poison doesn't work either, kid. And then I attack the dog creature.
The good thing is...
Attack the dog.
Attack the dog.
Fighter.
And the both of you know,
Barbarian.
regarding what we talked about, what type of creature that one jumping around in the roof is.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah.
I was about to
It's
ask.
one of the ones that you have
Okay.
been introduced to.
That's 18 to hit.
You hit.
And damage. That is 18 damage.
That's great.
That's a lot of damage.
And I attack again.
Holy mother.
And that's a... I can't count today.
Math.
I can't do math today.
That's fine.
That's a 14 to
Your
hit.
intelligence isn't that high. It's okay.
Exactly. That's a 14 to hit.
You hit. Yes. Now you don't need to be the smart one anymore, Basim.
Exactly.
Do you like fist fights?
Can you climb them walls?
And if I scroll wall,
Climb them walls and
And that is
normal speed.
14 damage.
as you, again similar to the first time around, swing and then just second time around you just wrap your sword or your axe straight down through the face of it, and it is no more.
Right.
It doesn't die as in there's a corpse there. It just becomes a shadowy matter
Okay, I'll remove
that
it from
fades
the
away. Yeah, it's
That's
gone.
great.
It's gone. And yeah,
So I would like to move. I would
but
like...
you know, you've fought these before, so you know that when it goes shadow, it's not like it flies away or something.
No,
That
so I'm
is,
just not even reacting to it, just straight through it, like scattering the dust.
It's a lot of
Jumping, I kind of want to move, so I'm kind of in between the 2 3s, if that's possible,
Yeah,
or like...
there, yeah.
okay.
Then you can hit them both. just running over you.
You guys perfect.
But
Yes.
one of
You can run over me,
like
actually.
lying down, right?
It got up.
It got up.
After it bit or it scratched your toe, it stood back up and it turned standing like.
Got back up again.
It was its turn.
But
Then
this one is stunned.
then I which one?
This one is
Okay,
stunned.
then I use my bonus action to just look at the dwarf and the half-orc and say, "You should have an easier time hitting them now. Attack!"
Okay.
And you just feel like a presence from me that kind of makes you pumped up and ready to fight.
Half on my knees, just bleeding.
You have and you have I'll just
Barbarian.
well I'll tell you if it becomes
Barbarians.
I'll tell you if it becomes
Barbards.
That's cool. That's cool. That's very
Barbarians.
Barbarians.
Barbarian.
It can rain in the Feywild, just so we know.
Well, it didn't when
And it will
you
rain acid this time.
bloody rain.
Anything else in your turn?
Jeez.
Not Bassoon?
no.
No. Then it is dead.
Hey!
And stomach.
What's that? Oh, the
doggo.
Okay, shit. I just like half stand up with like a bloody body right now and very much in pain. And I immediately just pump my chest and use second wind to heal a little bit.
Oh, I could use something.
That's so nice. And I'm just gonna find it just the same because it's like 1d10. Yeah. The UFO. Okay, that's 10 HP. So
Great.
that's a little bit at least. That's nice.
Better than nothing. Just not good enough.
Yeah. Okay, and then I get like I see you after you say that, and I just try and attack the guy who's
The wobbly one.
Yeah.
Okay, you have advantage on your melee attack roll.
Fuck yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh damn it. Okay, that's 28.
You don't hit.
That's too much.
You pretty much you are attacking the ones that you're.
Which one, the stun one or
I'm attacking
The one without a weapon, you said.
The
right?
one without a weapon,
So as you go for the swing
Yeah.
on this guy, after you're just going, I don't remember what it said, but it sounded pretty cool. You just swing your sword without being able to go into rage. You just feel a sensation of what the fuck is going on here, and you cleave your sword where you hit before.
Half-orc
and
mania!
it pretty much just cuts this being in half, and it is now dead.
Is it?
It is corpsey dead.
I look around me and I see the other guy, and I just immediately go for the stun.
Yeah. Advantage.
Yes, I do.
Advantage.
But I don't have like double that shit. No. Good. Okay.
How many attacks does it get advantage on from you?
It just says against any hostile creatures within 5 feet of
But how many attacks?
For a creature. Any
on
possible-
melee attacks. Melee attack rolls.
Always.
That's the wording.
If I'm fighting,
On melee attack rolls.
If I'm close to you, right?
But is it
While I'm raging, my allies have advantage on melee attack rolls against
While
any
he's raging.
hostile creature within 5 feet.
Holy fuck!
You are a
We are all
god.
barbarians.
I am gonna.
Everyone, or just within a certain space?
Within 5 feet.
Feet of me.
5 feet.
When the creature is within 5 feet of me.
I gotcha. That's fucking OP, bro.
Fucking good.
I attack the other guy.
Yeah.
Kind of feel like a sensation of like, just have that sort of feeling of wolf instinct, like kind of from your inner ear, you hear like, oh,
Yeah, like instinctive.
of the pack.
Old school orc.
Yes, yes,
almost. Okay. All right. It's
Oh,
fine.
yeah,
That's 19.
I was like browsing through my like catalog.
19.
Your eyes go like,
Yeah, that's no. Yes.
Jarvis?
That is.
Next time I'm coming back as an artificer. They know everything.
Sorry. It's 15 slashing damage.
I would say artifact.
It stands stunned and it just falls to the ground. You pretty much cut off its head.
And I just get like blood all over, and I'm just.
There's no blood in these.
My own blood is.
I get spit from my.
And then I just she's that
Standing up there.
up there thing. I just shout like, Kevin, you gotta stop that chain, stupid whipping shit. and I try. She's up on
stupid
a,
whipping shit.
She's up on the roof, right?
Yeah.
Can
About 20 feet up.
Okay, can I start moving towards her?
No,
can
that's
I can't
impossible.
climb. That's not possible.
Of course you can move towards her.
Oh, can I?
Um,
Can I? Is there anything I can use to like climb up?
I can show you what she looks like. Something like this.
Ew.
Wow. That's awesome.
Oh wow.
Okay. And
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
I'm gonna die.
I'm gonna die.
Yeah. Move away from
25.
the healer. Great idea.
What?
What?
You could have rolled higher. But we got time now. You can heal me.
You have time. As long as she doesn't.
And well, I guess
I don't heal.
I guess that's actually the end of my turn. I start.
we don't
well,
need
I'm 25, 30. I'm at like
The corner.
the corner of
Yeah,
the building,
yeah,
like
yeah.
looking up.
Makes sense. Then it is not gone.
Great.
Not the gunk.
name?
Everyone's dead around.
My name is.
Fuck you,
Fuck you!
Ezekiel.
I turn
What's your name?
towards a bitch.
That's it.
That is
Question?
now the...
When I do the ranged attack they did, is that a weapon attack?
Yes, but it is not a melee weapon attack.
Oh, that's fine.
So you cannot do divine smites on the range attacks.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I yell out. Focus all fire on the Shadakai! Shadakai. And I put my shield on the back.
There are Urukais here!
And I do the sling again with my scimitar.
Yeah.
Focusing on the bitch!
Make a ranged attack with disadvantage because she has a le high ground.
Oh, and by the way, as the thing I did to my scimitar before was ensnaring strike.
Yeah.
Great.
And that works on ranged attacks too.
Yeah, just with a weapon attack. Yeah.
Perfect.
So as long as it's a weapon.
Makes sense.
Awesome.
Nat 20. But it was disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
So I have to.
Do it again.
God damn it.
Why did you double that 20?
Why didn't you do a Marcus?
No, that's not a
I'm
Marcus.
gonna coin that.
That was a Marcus.
I'm
That's
so sorry.
no. Wait.
was also
Wait.
A Marcus.
Wait. I have to look the right place.
A
Great,
rare
that's
Marcus.
9.
Rare Marcus appears.
I don't hit.
A shiny Marcus.
But you do have extra attacks.
You like him?
I do have extra attack, so I'll try again.
Yes.
Another.
Still with not advantage.
The same thing.
Double, not 20.
Okay. 19.
You hit.
Yes.
Great. That is 5 damage. And something more. Right, that's 5 piercing damage, and
She dies.
it has to make. She has to make a strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw.
13.
Plants can.
13. Hold the cup for a second, maybe.
Down it.
Fails.
Wait, then she is restrained by magical vines. That
You didn't get him.
she has to succeed on a strength saving throw.
At the end of her next turn, I'll start her next turn.
If it's an entangle, you can decide to do
It's a useless connection, right?
It can, on its turn, use its action to make a strength check against my spell save DC.
Yeah,
Right.
okay.
And it also takes additional.
How much damage would you like
It
to give
takes
me?
a 1d6. That is.
What type of damage?
That is. What's that?
Not for you to know.
Just tell me what the damage is. That's piercing damage.
Okay. Nice. 6 more, you said?
Yes, so that was what, 5 and a 6?
11 damage.
And a 5 and a 6.
Yeah. That is the end of your turn. Or are you doing anything else?
I put my shield back.
Back and forth, back and forth.
Yes.
Yeah.
You gonna move?
Did you put your shield away at the start of this turn?
I did, yes.
Then you don't put your shield back.
Oh, right. Because it's
Inside the object once per turn.
I would like to move here. Oh, wait. Here.
Elsie.
Okay. And is it disadvantage because she's up and I'm that far away?
Yes. Because it's not just a foot up. She's literally stood
On a roof?
above you.
Is she on a roof?
Jump up there,
Yeah.
then you negate it.
She's on the roof.
Just jump. Can't you jump?
Just like you have advantage when you stood on high ground shooting down.
Just jump it.
Hence why she was hitting so much. Wait, actually I didn't have advantage against her.
Doesn't
But she
matter,
is she's
pretty much-
restrained.
Yeah, now she is.
Great.
And she's restrained. Then I would have advantage,
But still, if it's
but
high
it
ground.
negates it, right?
I check for you.
If she's restrained, it's disadvantage. And then if I have disadvantage, then it's just regular roll.
Correct. No, nothing then.
Then I
Just
will
nothing.
roll for a 3rd level guiding bolt at her. That's 19.
You hit.
Yes, so it's 5d66s of radiant damage.
That's a lot of d6s.
Yes.
I won't get to.
And
Actually,
that's
what is there?
What is that?
10, 13,
Guiding
16,
bolt.
19, and 20 radiant damage.
20 radiant damage.
Yes, and the next attack has advantage.
And does she have disadvantage on anything caused by you? No,
No.
right? No. But she's bright like a diamond!
Shines bright like a diamond. And then I'm going to... Well, I can't do that, can I?
You can cast one spell per turn.
Yes,
Unless if it's a cantrip.
yes, that's my thing. I don't have... No, then that's what I do.
Got it.
Yes.
Then it is Kate.
Yes. I'm gonna expend one more
I can carry like.
one more charge on my Sandals of Haste.
Click, click.
I'm just gonna touch the on button.
But like a lighter
and then
with
I go
your
like
heels.
5, 15, 20, 25.
Difficult terrain with the corpses.
Oh, well then 5, 10,
Yeah.
20.
Okay, oh, you're small. Never mind. It doesn't matter to you. You get there.
Cool.
Yeah?
And then I'm gonna jump up. Well, can I jump up?
It's 20 foot up.
Oh,
So
and I
you
only
tell me
jumped.
if you can jump 20
I
foot.
only jumped 12.
Then
Can
you
I?
don't jump.
I
But
can
I would
use a reaction to boost him. Can I?
Oh.
Can I like? Cause he's right next to me by the roof.
Please,
Take
for
the
flare. That would be insane.
Then I have used
Bro,
my reaction if you whip
You
me.
can try
Yeah.
to toss him, but
No one touches it, dwarf.
you have to roll a d20, and you're already jumping 12 feet on your own, so you don't
Yeah.
roll anything.
Okay.
You roll a d20 without any added, just have to beat the last 8 feet that he has to jump.
So
So above 8 or above.
okay.
You technically have a bigger chance of
DC
succeeding
8.
than failing.
Yeah.
Yeah, with no added anything.
No.
What happens?
5.
5. So you jump up, or you
I-
come over,
Break my back.
toss him up,
Yeah.
and you are now. I mean, you have a chance to either try and grab at the edge of this, or let yourself fall down again.
I'm gonna try and grab.
Yeah. You don't have to try. You
Oh.
grab onto the edge.
And then I'm gonna pull myself up. Can I do that?
Sorry, I'm still hurt.
Well, I was 25 here. I'm gonna jump for the 12. So that's the first. and
Jump
I,
is
I
twice
have
your
80
movement,
feet.
so that's 24 feet.
Yeah, I have 80 feet in total.
Holy mother.
So you've used around 50 now,
Yeah. So I would like to go up here.
and that's
Stand here.
You can stand next to her, I suppose. Yeah.
There or there.
Next. Oh, yeah, that's up to you.
I would like to
How did he
stand
get up there?
there.
He got tossed by half orc.
Nice.
I'm gonna use a key point now
Yeah.
to do flurry of blows, but I've already used one of my bonus actions.
You only what?
I
Do you have multiple bonus actions?
No, I get that when I use flurry of blows.
Then you don't get to.
Okay, well then I'm just gonna try and. It's because I would love to get her down from that roof.
She's entangled though.
Oh, she is.
Do you have?
She is entangled.
I have advantage.
That she has.
That's great.
He has. But you do not.
Yeah, well, I'm
You
just
can't really
gonna
move anywhere because it's pretty much what you see as you come up there. It's just you stood next to this completely pale, white-skinned, evil being, where these vines have just come up through the roof of this church-looking building and apparently stood around her feet.
That's great. And I'm gonna try and hit her.
Yeah.
First.
Yes. Hit her.
That's a 17 plus 6, 23.
You hit.
I'm gonna use a key point
You
to do
do,
stunning strike.
Get all the key points out of your body, bro.
Oh yeah. Key point stunning strike.
And do what?
Constitution DC 14.
An 8 I had to roll, but 8 like, come on.
Succeeds.
Great.
Stupid.
So she's stunned.
No, she succeeds.
Oh, she succeeds. Well, I'm
That's
gonna
in.
hit her again.
Yeah.
That's a nat 20. Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot to roll damage.
That
Would be
make
nice.
sense to do. Yeah.
Damage.
8 damage first, and
Damage.
this is double the dice,
Double the
right?
dice.
Double the double the double the.
That's 11, and I'm gonna use a key point more to do stunning strike. DC 14.
Can you use multiple key points in one turn? Yes.
I can
Well,
use
that's
them
why you
all.
go stun. Yeah, that's right. That's why everyone hates monks.
Yeah.
That's why
Stunning
all
strike.
DMs hate monks.
Yes. Almost as much as they hate rogues. Yeah. Succeeds again.
God damn it! I'm just stood there.
This was not part of my plan.
Yeah.
We're going.
I thought you were going to die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my
That's your turn. Going up to the top again. This lady has seen a drop.
Oh! At the start of her turn, she takes 1d6 damage because she's entangled.
Yeah.
She's getting
At
further than
3.
Is that entanglement?
3 damage.
Do you give her any disadvantages on anything? Or she just can't move?
No, she's restrained.
Yeah, she's restrained, yeah.
Disadvantage on her attacks.
Can't do anything.
Okay.
What happens is that she looks at you, has her chain in her right hand, kind of looks over her shoulder, does a quick gesture with her hand, and does this movement. And what you see, all of you, is that these not zombies on the ground start doing this thing,
Fucking hell.
and all get up on their feet.
I've got to kill this.
So that will be the
Can I
one
react to
down
that? Can I react to that
there
by shouting?
Yeah. I mean everything verbal is
Great.
That one is the.
Do they
Keep
all-
focusing your
do they
attacks
all-
on the Shadowkai.
Do they all become 2s? Or.
You can make them false. I mean, they're the same that they were before they were down initially.
Shadakai.
Did you hear what he yelled?
Yeah.
Okay. And then it attacks you.
Of course it
Oh, the advantage would have been gone by now, by the way, from the guiding bolt. From what you did.
And hits a 19 and a 16.
It hits.
So-
Oh, disadvantage.
It's still entangled, you know that?
Yeah, that
It
disadvantage.
Yeah, it
by
still
being
hits.
entangled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't want to get free, so well, that's fine. That's fine.
And she doesn't have any reason to move right now.
All right, cool.
She's
still
just gonna
hits.
continue taking small tickles from the.
It hits.
hits. So you take.
I might die now.
Yeah.
If you see a Dragonborn, you know why.
Ruin the surprise.
10 piercing damage
Yeah.
and make a dexterity saving throw.
Lucky bastard. I got 19.
Evasion.
Dexterity saving throw.
Mhm.
And that's
Evasion.
evasion. And
And you guys can just barely see, since they're in on the roof, you can just barely see that Kevin is stood up there kind of fighting this chain lady.
That's 24.
24.
So
you
no
succeed.
damage.
No extra damage. And she attacks you again. Attacks you again?
Yes.
Hits a. That's 11 and 12, so 17 and 18.
God damn it. Yeah, she hits.
8 piercing damage.
Okay.
And you make a dexterity saving throw.
Yes.
Give it.
Oh, not 88. Yeah, I failed that.
You take 22 necrotic damage.
But it's half.
11 necrotic damage.
Okay, you see a battered up Kevin up there.
Yeah,
I'm not sure that you actually see him. No.
You
hear a scream.
Yeah.
Dwarven screams.
She attacks you.
Oh, fuck.
She don't mess around.
That's a net 20 and a 5.
She does not hit.
No. And that's the end of her turn. Then it's not Bassoon.
All right. So I kind of want to move over to Dominic, right beside him, actually. So there's probably going to be an opportunity of attack from
Yes.
to
The number 4 that stood up there still hasn't gotten its sword yet, by the way.
Oh.
It's up against the building over here somewhere.
Nice.
Yeah, so if you run past them, they're both gonna get, I mean, depending on how you move.
I want to move to the left.
To the left.
That, yeah, exactly.
So
Over
one
to
gets
the
attack
side.
of
Of,
opportunity on you. And hits a 16, I got you on, guys.
14.
14. And you take a total of 7 piercing damage.
I have resistance to piercing damage.
Then you take 3 piercing damage.
3.
Resistance against
A natural body.
Can I actually move right next to him, like on the left side of him?
That's good.
Yeah,
That's
good.
I love it.
Okay, so I would like to kind of see if I can do like a boost for Dominic to like if he jumps while I push up
Yeah.
to see if I can get him up to the bad
On
guy.
the roof? Yeah. So you start kind of posing as if you want to boost up
lift.
Dominic.
Yeah, like a prepare a lift, I guess.
Yeah. It is about 4.5 meters up. You're 6 foot something. You're 6 foot something.
Yeah.
Doable. Yeah.
So so I prepare like a lift for him for his turn, and then I just say,
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Beware of the shadow dancer. She's it's a powerful shadow guy. And then that's my turn.
Yeah.
I just go like,
Then it's Dominic.
okay, I look at you. I go like, I have no idea what this shitty guy is, but let's do it. And I try to
Shitty
like,
guy.
I need you both to make a strength or athletics check.
yeah.
And we take the average of your rolls. Has to be 10 or above.
Okay.
Almost impossible to fail.
All right. So I have.
You both have like
Let me
plus
see.
points.
I have advantage, and there's something else I just want to check up on.
I don't have advantage.
He has advantage on
She-
athletics.
Barbarian has it.
Because of the
I'm just.
I should have made it 50.
I'm gonna roll now. Okay.
Okay, so if there's 2 abilities that gives me advantage,
It doesn't count double
it
it,
doesn't
it
use
just
something.
doesn't.
Okay.
You roll 5d8 or 20 or yeah.
All right.
We are strong half orcs, man.
All right. So, but I don't have any.
Athletics check.
Yes, athletics.
Glorious.
Okay, so that's a over above 20.
I think you should.
I'm 19.
Yeah, I think you
with
should.
one finger.
So what happens is that you're stood up and you just feel this.
What the fuck?
And I need you to make a athletics check
I'm gonna get the
No,
other half
acrobatics
of to
check.
toss me next
Oh, an
time.
acrobatics.
because you have to get move and crawl up.
Shit. Come on. Okay, okay, it's a 10.
You start crawling up. You feel how the what do you call that in English? The tiles start like as you kind of come up over the side of the building, like the tiles start slipping, but you manage to get footing and stood up. It's you there, next to Kevin up here.
Nice.
You see, there's a hole in the ground behind you,
Yeah.
or in the roof, and you can already now. I mean, one thing is that little nimble Kevin is up here, but now that you're stood up here too, you can feel how this roof ain't. One thing is that it's already a ruin, but it's not really made for 3 people stood next to each other on it.
Yeah. Great. How does the entanglement work?
You have advantage on all attacks.
Yeah, but how does it look like? Is it like
It's literally vines
Vines.
coming up from the ground.
Think like
below.
Tornerose.
so? If I were
Rose.
to use one of my maneuvers called Boohoo trip attack, like shoving attack,
Yeah, it wouldn't do
it
anything.
wouldn't do anything.
Her speed,
Okay.
like
Okay, because I was gonna be like, and then down. But yeah, I'm fuck it. I'm just gonna.
She's like a punchy ball.
Yeah.
Back up again.
With my sword,
You're not
I'm
like that.
gonna try and attack her.
Yeah.
Like one of those
yeah,
Russian dolls, like
Advantage.
Advantage, yeah.
Just hits itself.
It's 288.
What?
28.
I think you hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I rolled a 19 and a 16.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's 17 points of damage.
A lot of damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slashing damage. And immediately just slash at her again.
Yeah.
Good. I feel so tribal right now. And blood all over me and oh shit. Can you
Does the roll count?
no. I'll read.
Intentional roll.
Net 20.
No.
Was it a net though?
It was a 17.
No. It doesn't.
Net 17.
Lol.
17.
Yeah.
You hit again.
20 something.
Yeah.
Something.
26.
We're so powerful until we meet someone powerful or
I deal 8.
more powerful.
14 points of slashing damage.
14 slashing damage. As go ahead.
Sorry. I just. What is she dead or?
As the second swing comes through, the first one kind of cleaves into her side, similar to the way that you hit the first one down below. And the second one, you just kind of put it out. As she kind of tries to defend with her chain, you just crack straight through it and
Not the chain.
and carve into her side. And as she falls to the ground, as the vines kind of give up, where the vines were, you see that there are now small holes in the roof of this, and both of you start feeling how the roof is starting to collapse.
I'm gonna jump down.
Make a acrobatics check.
You can just jump.
Yeah.
I can just jump. Okay.
That's part of the acrobatics
Okay.
check.
3.
Well, that's 15.
I'm basking in my own
you
glory.
instantly, as you feel this, whoa, what the fuck's going on? You jump down, land on your foot, nimble in it. Wait, how long can you jump without taking damage as a monk?
Well, I have this. What is it
Featherfall,
called?
whatever.
Featherfall, yeah.
So you can just fly all over.
So it's like, where is it now?
I don't think you take fall damage then.
Well, I take something, but I have to roll for slow fall. You can use your reaction when you fall to reduce any falling damage you take by 35.
You take no damage. And what happens is that you have just like, as you swing the second time around, you go, whoa, and you fall.
I try to catch him.
Through the
Oh, he falls through the.
He falls into
I can't
the
catch
church as the roof there just
Okay, I can't catch him.
collapses down, and you take
Can I land in
Thank
this
God for
carrot?
10 bludgeoning damage.
thank.
For Assassin's Creed player.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say thank God for second wind, man. Because I was like.
And you are
Does it
now.
have hay in it?
I mean, this whole I didn't make a map of this building destroyed, but this whole everything that is this building is now collapsed and is difficult terrain.
Yeah.
And you're laid on the ground on that square.
Fuck.
And that lady is gone.
Gone.
Well, I mean, she got killed and went into the room.
Oh yeah. Okay.
What you see is an immediate reaction from these zombie-looking things. Not that they aren't still stood, but as if where before they kind of had better orientation, I suppose. Now they seem,
Confused.
yeah, a little.
Break, is that you?
Confused.
Yes, Ben.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
And it is. Oh fuck! I forgot to roll initiative for them again.
They killed Daryl, man.
Daryl, really?
And it's their turn.
God dang it!
And the first one, who doesn't have a sword, goes over the seat. Just there, yeah, and just goes in your face with its nasty little fingers.
Yes.
And hits a 12 against your class.
I have 12, so I'll use shield.
You use shield, which means you now have
7
plus 5 for
Yes.
the rest of your turn.
Yes, for the rest of my turn.
Yes, it tries to hit you again. It just goes at you, goes boom. That was weird. Boom, goes at you again. And it hits a 4. So, I mean, it's a 6, but nothing. And it just stood there being, I didn't have before. That was weird. The second one runs over to Nutgong.
Cigar.
Tries to attack you with a sword. Hits Doesn't. And doesn't, because I know what your armor class is. Even though you don't hit.
Great.
Shield.
Should say,
The last one comes up, and who's the nearest one? That's
That would be not gunk.
Seek or not, seek or not gunk.
whoever is the nearest that attacks. Is it the same?
Pretty much the same.
That's
How long can it?
It is really the same.
It's
If I look
closer
at
to you, maybe.
that's
It attacks Seek. Attacks Seek.
15. 20.
And hits a 11 against your armor class.
no.
And a 14 against your armor class. So that's their turn, and it is not gone. Nightmares!
What are these?
Stand strong, my friends!
I don't want to be here.
I yell,
Why did I move?
and I put my shield back,
I want to be adopted again.
and then I,
Yeah.
then I,
Oh.
haha.
Stand tall, my friends.
Actually,
Alex.
then I think I'm just gonna swing at that one.
Yes.
Yes.
That makes sense. And that one does have a sword.
Well, that is a. That's a 12.
Hits.
Hits. Great.
It's a D6.
That's a 10 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And I do it again.
Mm-hmm.
Another swing. And that's is a hit. That is a 25.
You hit it.
Yeah. And that's an 8.
You do a dash. Yeah. Not looking good, but never looked good to begin with.
Looking worse.
Great. And I think that's it.
Then it is Seek, who is now stood in front of two buddies.
Yes. Being against two of these.
Oh, can I?
You can move.
I could move.
Yeah.
If I go like,
Yeah.
if I go like this,
Yeah.
I'm still in range, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna stand right here.
Makes sense. Then it is Seek.
Well, my shield is gone because it's the start of my turn.
Yeah.
So, and I am within the. I'm gonna do a. Firebolt has disadvantage when
Yes,
it's right
range
against
attack.
you. I'll still try to do it with a firebolt,
Yeah.
and that's a 10, 17.
You hit.
Yes, and can I make it a twin spell per cantrip?
I don't know.
I think you can do that
Yeah,
because it's still spellcasting.
yeah.
So you should be able to.
I will make it a twin.
Hey, I just turned into Nick.
That's use,
Now it's only one creature and does have
Yeah.
a range of self. You can spend it on a sorcery point, one sorcery point if it's a cantrip.
I'll
Which
use the
means
one.
you don't get
And then I'll make another attack at the other one, right?
Yeah, so you essentially make
Yes.
two fireballs. Yeah.
I'll do that. That's that's 20.
Can you do you have to call twin spell before you use the
I don't
spell?
know. Let's just make it the one. I don't do it this time.
You do it this time, and then we
Yeah.
figure out after if you have to call it before you do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. So I'll
You hit
do
the first one, 17. Second one,
20.
you hit.
Yes. So that's
2d10 for both.
2d10 for both. I need to find my details. I got them right here. There's another one. I got so many dice. I'm sorry.
What is it called? Sorcery point.
Yes. I'll use on the first one. That's 12 fire damage. On the second one, it's 8 fire damage. So
You can only use one meta magic option on a spell when you cast it. So it has to be before you know if
okay,
you hit or not.
good.
But now we know.
Yes. Yeah. 8 on this one and 12 on the other one.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's my turn.
Then it is Kevin, who is
Yes.
just jumped down from a roof, and as you kind of leap off, landing down in whatever cool pose you just made up,
I roll down from the carriage.
and as you look back behind yourself, you see an entirely collapsed building, and you know that somewhere in there is Dom.
I look to you. Go get Dom!
What did you call me?
Over here. And
Go get
I
Dom.
Go get Dom. What did you call me? I use wholeness of body first to regain 21 HP.
That makes sense.
Yes.
Just insta HP, or do you have to roll dice for?
No, insta HP.
Damn.
Once per long rest. And then I use a key point to do what is it called? Patient defense.
Yeah.
So I have dodge. I prepare dodge on a bonus action. Yeah.
Yeah.
Foo-foo.
That is your turn.
Foo-foo. Foo-foo. Yeah.
Then it is not Pasum.
Okay, so he just
The building just
frowns.
collapses in front of
He
you.
just frowns at the small dwarf. You're not the boss of me, son.
And that's how Dominic died.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
You're not the boss of me, son. And then I want to run up to. I guess I want to run to.
And I'll be rolling my death saves now.
Oh, you're not. Oh, you're not on that.
No.
Oh, you didn't take it. No.
Yeah, I did. I had 20.
But
And I took 10 fall damage.
I didn't.
I guess actually I don't want to run that way around. I want to run.
You can get.
Can I get all the way here? I have 40 movement.
Do the math. You stood in the corner. 5, 15,
15,
20,
20,
25,
30.
Yeah, you can get there.
Oh,
There you go.
And as I run past as I run past Kevin, I lift my axe, and you see that this axe, the blades on each side is kind of it has like some sort of naturistic vibe of kind of leaves that kind of create the blades.
Yeah.
And then the handle is kind of leathery and has this kind of shiny metal head of a spiked wolf head on the bottom of it, and he's just.
And you swing at.
And I swing at this one right here.
Go make
An attack, and I just scream.
How does rage work again? If you don't
10.
take damage for a turn,
If you don't take damage or do damage,
Or
then
do-
you
so
use
you
your rage.
are out of rage now.
That's actually right.
because
yes.
you helped Dominic on your last turn.
Then I actually maybe I own. No,
still pull up.
I still have 40 feet of movement. I think.
Yeah, that's not changed. I think it's damage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
It's just minus 2 damage.
Yeah. Okay.
Meta
Yes.
meta advice as an old barbarian, you can inflict damage on yourself.
That's true.
As your
As a bonus action. That's true. Great. Okay, so I attack. And that is 16.
Yeah, you hit.
All right.
I'm turning into you as well. Actually,
I'm actually, and that's 11 damage.
Yeah.
And
And you were hitting the one on that side. Yeah.
yeah, and then
It is not looking good.
I attack it again.
Yeah.
Or is that a rage thing? No.
No, you
Attacks per turn. Action 2.
Yeah.
Right. And that is 20 to hit. 30, 20.
Yeah, you hit. I don't
kill
think you
it.
cannot kill it now.
And that is 12 damage.
Yeah, it's dead. Falls to the ground. Yeah.
And then I just end my turn by saying, that half-orc could probably take care of himself. And
As,
look back at Kevin.
as you turn back, looking at Kevin, you feel how behind you this guy comes up again.
Oh.
The one that I just
The
killed.
one that you just killed.
Fuck what? Fuck what?
as a reaction to that, I would like to look around to see if there's anything I've missed.
You know that this happens sometimes, regardless of what you already know. That there's something within them that sometimes you either have to hit them really hard or use a holy type of magic to kill them. Sometimes.
explode them. Is it my turn?
It depends.
Yeah, my
Anything else
turn.
for your
My turn's done.
Dominic,
So I just
half movement on
Yeah.
your feet.
and I'm just like in the best Home Alone style, like
You are
Harry, I'm
gray.
just gray all over the place, and I'm just standing. I'm fine. I'm fine.
No one is looking at you.
What? What?
I'm fine, guys.
And I'm like, and I'm just like, I'm limping out.
So that's 10, 20, and then you have
And,
normal movement from there. And you've already used half movement to get out, to get up. So
I guess.
what is your how much movement do you have?
The 30.
So you can
Maybe
only
you
get to
just
the edge
made
of
it.
the church.
Yeah, I can do like this. And
No,
Oh.
to the edge of inside of the church.
Oh, yeah.
Because you
Oh,
use
great.
Which way do you want to go?
I'm just here.
Yeah, that's where you need.
And I just stand like, fuck it, I'm kind of limping and then bloodied and dusty all over the place.
Yeah.
And I just look over at you guys with the
And they're standing in a
Yeah.
bunch with these
and
monsters around.
and I basically just do like, yeah, that's my turn.
Something you doing?
Stand ready with my weapon.
Yeah. I mean, you can dash if you want to get over there.
Nah, I'm good.
Nah. Then it is the one looking towards you. Tries to attack you.
I cast protection.
Do you have shield up now?
I have my shield on.
You have your shield. It hits
Shield now.
21 against your armor class.
Well, then it hits, but I.
Maybe like 3.
Where the fuck is it?
No stress, no stress.
Yes! Stretch!
Gå væk fra mine venner. Go away.
I use protection, so it's a disadvantage
Yeah.
on the attack roll.
Oh, that's a reaction you use protection
Yeah.
as? Okay.
Yeah.
Disadvantage. And it then rolls 18 against your armor class.
Well, if it hits, it hits.
Yes. And you take a grand total of 3 piercing damage.
Oh no!
Oh no, you're gonna die. Tries to attack you again. Does protection work for one attack or for a turn? That's just one attack, right?
I think so. It's just a reaction.
Yeah. So you use that on the first.
Yeah,
Then
on the
one
attack
on
roll.
the next
Yeah.
one. Then it hits a 18 again.
Pick another die.
And well, I mean, I do minimum damage to you again, so 3 more piercing damage. That's the end of its turn.
Ah, that's gonna be so annoying tomorrow.
Other one there is
Hypocrite.
stood with a sword still, trying to hit you again.
Yes.
Rolls a 12 against your armor class.
That hits. If it hits, it hits.
No shield.
No.
No.
8 piercing damage.
Yes.
Tries to hit you again.
Yes.
That is a 10 against your
Does
armor
not
class.
hit.
Oh wait, no, you didn't take that much damage. You didn't take 10 damage, you took 3 damage, because it doesn't have a sword.
I'll heal 7.
It bitch slapped you, and there was a little bit of a nail in that slap. Ow! And then the second one tries to attack you as well. The one that just got back up on its feet.
Yeah.
It's a 22 against
Yes.
your armor class. With a sword this time, and you take 6 piercing damage.
Yes.
Tries to hit you again,
Yeah. Oh.
and hits a 21
Yes.
against your armor class, and you take 4 piercing damage.
Yes.
That's the end of its turn. Then it is a knockback.
With my scimitar in hand, I like with 2 fingers. I like present. I have a medallion, and I present it. I pick it up and take it out,
Yeah.
and I channel my divinity and use Turn the Faithless. Each Fey Fiend within 30 feet that can hear me must
Yeah.
make a wisdom saving throw of DC 13. So I guess
You
it's...
don't sense the presence of any face or fiends.
Huh?
Face.
Would I know that?
There's a Fae there.
Oh, yes. That is true. He's a fey.
That's fine.
I suppose you would have tried this before where it didn't work, yes.
Then I wouldn't do that.
They are undead.
Grab your medallion.
I don't do that.
They are undead.
Great, I don't do that then.
No. It could have been kind of cool if you could have hit
But
with.
I might. I still use Channel Divinity,
Yeah.
and instead I use Nature's Wrath.
Yes.
So, as an action, your cosmic advantage, bring up and reach for a creature within 10 feet of me that I can see.
There are 3 of them.
Yeah. So I'm gonna pick that one.
Yeah.
And vines appear, and it must succeed on a strength or dex saving throw, and it's your choice.
It fails.
So it is
Miserably.
restrained.
It is now restrained. Does any damage?
Actually, I think it's only on its own turn.
Okay. It is now. You see once again these vines coming up from the ground, and holds it in place. Yeah. Anything else?
And then I'm gonna. I guess that's one attack.
That's here. Yeah. Oh wait, is that Channel Divinity an action? Yeah.
Isn't it? Yes. It's like a user spell.
Yeah. So
I'm so sorry, but Dominic peed in his pants when he fell.
yeah.
Mr. Brownie Pants,
Three,
Mr. Peony.
3 sessions.
3 sessions in a row.
Yeah, but it's the tea. It's the tea.
That's
Marcus doesn't get tea anymore when he
Yeah, I
comes
think
in.
it's occupied.
Then you can't go.
Try opening it.
But it's
Don't. If it's don't.
It's locked, it's locked.
I do another thing.
Yeah.
I can do I can do
You have a
more.
bonus action available.
I also have the extra attack.
No, because you didn't attack to begin with. You only get extra attack when you attack on your first attack.
Makes sense.
Action, economy.
Toby's camera.
So you have a bonus action available now.
God dang it! I don't know what to do. What do I want to do?
Don't know what to do.
You don't have to do anything.
But I like doing stuff.
You can use lay on hands, I think, as a bonus action.
Yes, I
Do
could.
stuff, but you have to touch them.
Yes.
When the shield's in your offhand, can you attack with it like as a 2-weapon
You
fight?
have to have a feat for that.
Well,
No feats.
No.
I expected more, but I will stay here.
Are you talking to I expected more of myself.
I want a new class. See, it's just
This isn't funny.
Yes, I will shoot a firebolt at the one in front of me.
Yeah. With 240.
Yes, that's 16.
You hit.
Yes, 2d10. And that's 12 damage of fire.
To
This one.
that one. Yeah. It dies.
Hey! Heal.
And comes back up again.
Oh no.
nice.
Oh no.
No.
It's just right there.
What attack did you use?
Firebolt.
Firefold.
Okay. And 5, 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I don't see him, right?
No.
No.
There's a big cloud of rubble and stuff.
We just
over
assume
there.
he's dead.
Yeah, then I don't do anything.
You probably heard him go, "I'm fine, boys!" from inside the broken church.
Yes, then that's what I do.
Something needs
Yeah.
breaking.
Then it is Kevin.
Yes. I look at this entwined creature in front of me.
Yeah.
And I am gonna hit it with my staff quarters. So that's an 11.
You hit.
Oh wow.
And now you know, because you've missed on a 10 and hit on 11, so that is their DC. Or 8.
So that's 8 damage.
Yeah.
And I'm probably gonna do that again.
It dies.
Oh, I'm not gonna do that again.
But it get.
It gets back up.
Oh.
No.
I think you need to lower the DC of that ability.
Is it still entwined?
I suppose so.
I'm gonna hit it again. That's a 21.
You hit.
Yeah. 1d8. Ah,
If I do a fireball
damage.
here,
Is it dead? 4 damage? And gets
It
back up
does
again?
not come back up.
Gets less and less HP.
I'm gonna... So this one's dead.
The DC
Finally.
becomes higher.
There you go.
I have a bonus action.
Depending on how you kill them. But only 2 of you.
Go for the head.
Doom. Doom. So I can just go
There's
this
that,
way.
yeah.
15, 25.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use an unarmed strike on that one.
You have your quarterstaff in your hand, so can you do
Yes,
that?
so it's a kick. I read.
I believe you.
It's a kick.
I just asked.
Roundhouse kick.
Yeah.
You're a monk, god damn it.
That's a 9.
You do not hit.
No.
9.
So a dwarf's dwarven legs aren't that long. So
You need longer
I'm
legs.
out of reach.
Shin kick. Shin kick.
One day we'll have true polymorph and make you into a man.
Yeah. Then it is not Basoon.
All right. So
And you know, Basoon, that having fought these before, the times where they don't get up, sometimes it can be random, but also sometimes whenever you hit them really hard, they tend to not get up. And the times that you've seen both not Gonk and others do radiant damage, they don't get up either.
okay.
I figure.
We don't know this.
All right. So
I'm just looking at the direction, thinking things.
all right. So as a bonus action, I want to rage.
Yeah.
So it's like yes. Guess I'm gonna have to hit you harder this time. Wish I had holy magic damage.
What did it?
And then I try to aim for the neck of the one that's in front of me with my great axe as I attack.
Yeah.
Try to cut its head clean off.
Go for it.
All right.
I think you should do it.
So he's a golfer?
That is 19 to hit.
You do hit.
I do hit. I do hit.
Damage.
Roll with a d12.
Did I? Oh, shit.
Well, you hit anyway.
Fuck.
I mean, you can hit again just to
Fucking
see if you
hell.
can add 20.
Sure, why not? No,
It was low.
it's 19
You
still.
still hit.
It's still 19.
All right.
Fate has decided.
So that's 19 damage.
As you hit it the second time around and cleave your sword through it, you pretty much just tear it apart. And it lies still.
Yeah. Can I use my second attack on a new opponent?
Yes, you can.
All right. I would like to.
Yeah.
You too.
Yeah.
And then I kind of try to see if I can go
Split
split
it
it
down the
like
middle.
down the middle.
Yeah.
With or without you.
Rage.
And it's a long weapon, so it kind of hits you as well.
That's 22.
You hit.
And we do damage. Damage.
Damn it, damage.
That's 11 damage.
You do 11 damage. It dies and stays down. And we are now out of combat. You can ask her if she's done.
That's what you get.
Can I get cheese?
Om du kan ikke et spørgsmål.
Må jeg cheese?
You can pee from the balcony.
Just pee on the balcony. It's all fertilized.
I heard the flush,
Oh.
but I don't know.
Just wait.
Tell me more, tell me more. Like, did it have a car?
I'm staying.
You're out of combat.
I pick up my my scimitar and I point it at you.
Is this all of them?
And I pointed at you.
Sorry, we're
Who are you?
Friends.
We came from the material plane. We were sent here by a powerful wizard to help. The connection was broken off to your world. Sorry. My name is Seek. I've never been.
And you are weirded out by hearing this from a satyr saying that I come from the material plane, this and that, and
I don't. We just arrived and we heard a lot of noises and we came to aid.
You came from the material plane.
Yes.
While they're
You are a
talking, I go
satyr.
over to get Dom,
Yes, I've never been.
to bring him over to the others.
I was taken from this plane. when I was a
But I'm
child.
not. I'm not. I don't trust him yet, so I'm kind of like, get over there to the rest of them.
Please, can I go help my friend? We mean no harm.
No. We just want to help you. We saw that you were in danger, in trouble.
the connection was broken to the Feywild, so we
You were sent.
We were sent here by Silverus.
Let's go help your friend.
Good.
And I put
So on the way over there, I've already
put my
got
shield on my back.
Dominic has been lifted up and out of the
I
rock.
kind of.
Don't mind me.
You don't have to move the characters.
Okay, no.
Can I just
Don't mind
take a
me.
look at these? Is there anything left?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Take a look. Is there anything left?
They are. They.
Try and pick up their sword or something. If
I
it's
mean, the
still
sword
there.
is still there. What you see
Wait a
before
minute
you.
with it. Shh.
What you see before you is, again, very, very anorexic. You can't make out whether they once were humans or elves
Okay.
or what they were. They seem pretty average in height. They again had these very shit-looking helmets and some male chain shirt stuff on them. Nothing fancy by any means, and also half torn apart. But you can't. I mean, yeah, you can't really make out a specific race on it. As if what once was a race has been
Erased.
erased. Yeah, there you go. I'll give you that one.
Thank you.
Damn.
The sun comes out.
Holy
So
mother.
I look at
You
not.
don't have to-
I look at not Gank and say, Galleon, can we trust him?
You can trust us. We mean no harm.
No,
It's a very
Put
good
down my
question.
sword.
we are here to help.
If there's one thing I've ever learned is that if ever you're in doubt, you must seek beyond the nocturnal plane to seek the answers within.
I think I agree.
I see.
Please, can you tell us what happened here?
And what are your names? A proper introductions.
What are your names first?
My name is Seek,
Where do you come from?
from the material plane.
The
Originally we were well, I guess I'm from here, but I've never been. That I remember.
That
You
explains
should
the
be.
thing.
Yes.
How did you come to the material plane?
I think that when I was a child, I was taken through a portal to the and
You think?
That's what I know. That's what I've been told.
He's been living with druids.
Yes.
They were the ones making the.
I'd like to hear all this, but I would like for all of us to be in a more safe space
Yes.
than right here.
Yes.
You have
Yes.
I forgot to talk to you guys about this, but you have a hideout in
Yes,
town.
I figured.
Nothing fancy by any means, but an old ruin, a church which has now been destroyed.
Oh.
No, you have a small hideout. I haven't made a map for it, but I'll let the two of you decide what it looks like. It is just small. I mean, maybe with a bit of cover over, but nothing fancy. Just a place where you can stay hidden. At least.
I look at Galleon like,
I think you need to take them to the hideout.
we could use all the help we can get.
Exactly.
Also,
I have a question for you. You told us that we were part of a group and that there was a certain amount of people left in this
The
group.
last one's lying next to you.
Great.
Oh.
I'm
We really do need all the help.
I think you're right.
Oh, okay. I'm.
We have a hideout. I think we should go there.
Yes.
Do you need any help?
Thank you so much. I'm Dominic, and this is my friend Kevin as well.
It's quite a blow. Do you need help?
I could use how much?
15 points of healing.
Oh,
Just pumped into him.
You have healing powers.
Well, now my shoulder's not dislocated anymore,
nice.
so that's good.
They have quite a punch
You
on
also
them, those
you took
shadows.
quite a blow as well.
I think I'll be all right until we reach your hideout.
Enough talk. Let's go.
Of course.
Can we? That thing had a weapon. Can we maybe utilize that? That chain Kai?
Shadowkai,
Yes.
the shadow dancer.
You have tried before to pick up weapons from these beings, and whenever you've done, you've taken an immense amount of damage.
Don't touch him.
They're cursed.
Those chains, they're from another plane.
They don't belong here.
Okay. Well then, let's
Let's
we're
go.
with you. Show us the way.
I just look into the rubble to make sure that the shadow
She lies
dancer is
very
dead.
motionless. But, I mean, one can never be too sure.
As we about to depart, I will go to the two that was a part of our group,
Mm-hmm.
and just sit for a moment and pray for them.
I also stand there with my axe in front of me, just closing my eyes.
I check if she's dead.
Cernine,
Or
take them to the better place. We lead them on from here.
And I say something like, no, I don't. 1 second.
It looks like someone's
Like the opposite of a friend I know. I really
Tell me more. He seems like quite the type.
Quite the friend.
I was his manager once. It's a long story.
I just quietly say, you fought well. Batru would be proud.
Mm-hmm. You gather maybe a couple of their belongings, nothing too fancy.
No,
Some
I think we are quite in a rush because
you
this is a...
start making your way back in the direction of your hideout. While moving, you don't just walk down the stream. The two of you know like which roads can be walked, which roads you try to stay clear of. You know that the Shadowkai and their corrupted people have...
Imagining it's like the
Different.
final book of Hunger Games where it's in the capital where you have some streets that are safe and...
I don't remember the final book of Hunger Games, but in any case, you know that they have patrols every now and again through the city. And you know
Exactly.
also at this point how to avoid those patrols. You make your way through the rubble and
Stealth it.
and get back to your hideout. Again, I'll let the two of you describe what it looks like inside, and then
Roll
the
it
three
in.
of us can make it. If you want to have a map of it, we don't have to. But if you want one, then we can make one. If not, then that's fine. But you make your way back to your hideout.
Right, I'll describe some of it, and you, if you want, you can describe some. You see this kind of a couple of wooden poles that are holding up this kind of very damaged, off-white, dirty cloth that kind of gives a bit of cover for rain or something like that, and. Right on the edge of it, there is a little bonfire that has been that's without fire in it. It's just there, and there's a couple of bed rolls. There are four bed rolls lying in around the area, and there's a few crates with what seems to be provisions, a bit of food, and some simple weapons. And some few personal belongings at some of the bedrolls, seemingly belonging to the people that didn't make it.
And also piles of loot taken from the city. Nothing much, but you know,
Whatever you need.
whatever we need, right? A few simple weapons and stuff.
Neat place you got here.
It's not much, but it's what we have.
Yes.
Forgive me for my rude introduction. My name is Galleon Moonlight, and I'm the leader of this. Well, now it's a two-man group. We call it the League of Light.
The League of Light.
League of Light.
Yes.
And I am Tharogar Raxagor. And
Pleased
We-
to meet you.
Naroka.
We were on an
Galleon.
expedition to try and save my old leader, Riala, who used to be the protector of this city.
the protector of Mithrandine.
So this is Mithrandine we've come to.
It is.
It used to
well,
be.
It used to be.
Well,
We were sent here. We were supposed to talk to. What was the name of?
yeah, it was Vindra Sisvani. We were supposed to get in touch with her.
You know the name, but you also know that all royals, pretty much the entire court, the ones who didn't manage to flee, I mean, one of the first things that were hit by the meteor attack was the royal palace, and it pretty much got instantly obliterated.
So she might be
So
missing.
There's a very, very small chance of missing, to the extent that you just assume that she's dead with everyone else.
I tell them
Oh damn. Well,
she's a royal.
What was she supposed to tell you?
Well, we
She was supposed to help us reopen the portal to the material realm.
So that we could
they could have a connection between the library is at
We have people on our realm.
Candlekeep.
Yeah.
We're all of the three of us are from the same part of Faerun in the material plane. But we're glad that there are at least some regular faces, or not regular, but some alive faces in this ruin of a city.
So a meteor storm hit all of Feywild.
And you would have not heard of Candlekeep before. You wouldn't know.
Well,
Me
so
neither, I guess.
an attack
Maybe,
was.
yeah, maybe you would have.
Maybe, okay.
But nothing that you've put much thought into.
Oh. Yes.
But what?
The attack started with a meteor storm hitting all of the city. We don't know how much of the Feywild has been hit. But just in the aftermath of the meteors, waves of attackers stormed in, started killing people at random.
Those creatures that we fought. And the Shadow Dancer.
Their leader. Or
She's a Shadow Kai.
Yeah.
So there are more of these
More of
Shadow
these
Kais
dark
and
beings.
stronger than what we just faced.
oh,
And whenever you kill them, the minions that they have with them tend to become less effective in combat.
that's good to know.
all right.
You must have fought
And
quite a lot of them.
The big
Yeah.
We have.
and the big
We've lost
dog.
quite a lot. Also, one of their minions.
Yeah.
We've lost much more than the two that you saw today.
I can imagine. Well,
You seem to be able to deal quite a blow. Or at least you did.
Yes, thank you.
yeah, I think in the same. Those were some pretty awesome, to say, maneuvers. You did shoot light from your weapon.
Whenever there's the need of light in this world, you just have to seek it.
I'll remember that. And those were some neat. Not the only one who's strong. I can see in this type of situation. So thank you so much for helping. What I had a feeling of like instinctive bloodlust of some kind at some point. Was that you?
That is an effect of some of the magic that I know.
That's impressive.
Yes. It's when I rage, when I tap into my deeper emotions of anger. That
I should add to it as well that her usual, when the two of you talk together, you would talk in Sylvan. You've learned Sylvan by now. So if you're just, chatting to one another without thinking about it, you'd probably automatically think to talk, and you probably think as well in Sylvan, but you speak Common, and you would probably learn Common as well, but it's not your first language.
So I speak like this.
We don't have to add it to the RP necessarily.
How you say?
But doing really in-depth, specific, very academic thinking and talking, you're much more comfortable explaining those things in Sylvan than in Common.
All right.
Well, it seems like I have a lot yet to learn. So thank you.
stick to attacking the foes that are close to me, and you should have a easier time making your blows strike true.
I'll definitely remember that.
So
If you're gonna stay here, we're gonna need your help.
we're here to
Well,
help.
I think we can help each other.
I
Yes.
think we don't really have any other choice.
We're stuck
honestly.
here.
If you help us, we might be able to help you.
Of course.
Yeah.
But how long has these attacks been going on for?
We met a
It's been a year.
stranger.
If you see the sky, it's been like this ever since the attack.
Has it been days?
Is it
weeks?
10 day or?
For all I know of the Feywild time.
We have
You
been
should know that
fighting.
here in the Feywild, the sun never really sets.
Time is different here.
Yes,
Oh,
I've heard that.
oh, I see.
So
But it's
we are
But I would
always in-
assume maybe a year has passed since the attack.
a whole year.
And when did you have
Yeah.
your?
Well, that was just a couple of weeks ago. Well,
What
It's
wish?
not-
Have you
what
been here
visions?
before?
I had I'm not sure. I had a vision when we were back in our own realm. Something happened, and I don't know if I was dreaming, but I saw a landscape similar to this, and with the language, the language from the book,
Sylvan.
the Sylvan, being spoken,
that
and,
is
and there were elves around me, and then suddenly the sky turned red, and rocks started flying down from the sky, and everything burned. All of the creatures in the forest and everything around me started burning, and when I thought I died, I woke up on the shore in our own realm again.
I've heard of this vision before.
Really?
It's the exact same thing we saw in the attacks.
Is
That's
this
how
what
it started.
happened in the city here?
Yes, that's how it started. You were here.
Well, I must have been close somewhere, I guess.
Ocean.
But there wasn't a city where I was. I was at a shore by the woods.
That's peculiar.
We have reason to believe that Mithrandyne is not the only place that was hit.
I see.
We're here searching for a being called
Meserath.
Meserath. Have you heard of this being?
Have we heard of this?
As part of rumors that you've heard in the city of what's the cause behind all this, the name has come up. But again, I mean, you've probably heard 25 different reasons as to why this has happened. And as I told you, you can come up with your own reasons too, from what you've seen and what you've gathered. But this is the first time that you hear from an outside source like that would lead towards any of the. So Mazerath might not have been the reason you thought would have been. Could just have been, people talking gibberish or trying to make up excuses or reasons.
He
You've heard the
Mazerath.
name.
Yes, it was a
We have heard the name. There are lots of rumors about the
cause of this.
cause of this attack.
I see.
Mazerath has been named as a possible explanation.
We were
Matheros.
in
Mazerath.
In Mazerath. In the other realm, they were transporting children through a portal, maybe to here, or wherever he was.
That's kind of how we came entangled by all this.
And when this portal collapsed, we were, I want to say, drenched in.
This is the first time you look down at your bodies. You're not breathing.
I tried to do this.
You feel it.
We were drenched in some sort of
Green glow. or-
green glow that's
yeah.
now disappeared. And the Silvera told us that might be the only connection that we could go into the Feywild and get back here, or get here.
Do you know of any mages or wizards or sorcerers
That is
that are still alive?
We
I'm
only
afraid
know
not.
the ones that are here right now.
You know that Realia has magic capabilities, similar to your own, but much stronger. But not, she's not, you wouldn't consider her a wizard.
No.
We did meet a man.
If she's alive, then maybe Realia might be
Able to help.
able to help.
Was that your leader?
Yeah.
She was the leader of the city.
The protector of the city.
Protector.
Give me some blood.
We when we came through the portal, we bumped into this weird-looking old fella who was telling stories.
Do we know him?
I was just gonna say, as soon as you hear some weird old fella, you know exactly who it is.
Yeah, that's Realia.
It's that's Realia. She's gone fucked up. No, you know him too. You don't know him by name, but he is kind of the city spook. Even before things went wrong, he would always scream of the forgotten one, like in the streets, and he was the one that would always be the first to get like. No tavern wanted him in. No one really appreciated him because he was always talking of death and destruction.
Ah.
And
Do we know his name?
No, I don't
Old
think.
man yellow.
Something like that. You never put any thought or belief into anything he would have said.
He told us about this.
He always asked for money when he told stories, and for the most part, they used to be made up.
Right.
He told us about this forgotten one or something.
Well, I can't say that he might not be right, but he was, even before the attack, known as, I don't know, the town drunk.
I see.
He's
This
crazy.
looks like a pretty big town to be the town drunk in.
Well, if you've met him, you might understand.
He was a bit weird.
He was strange, but yeah.
He did speak of a sorcerer or a wizard being trapped.
What have you encountered? Only these minions and these Sharakai?
Shadakai.
Sharakai.
Shadakai.
Shatterkai.
Sharakai.
They're a type of elves.
Like
Dark
you.
ones.
Yes, but from the Shadowfell. How they came here, I do not know.
The Shadowfell, what is that?
It's another plane of existence. It is the direct opposite of the Feywild.
How they came here, I do not know.
Well, I'm not sure we should take his word for it, the old weird crazy guy, but he did speak of a wizard that had been trapped in the Shadowfell for 1,000 years and was now coming for us, the Forgotten One. So maybe there's a connection, and maybe he's just crazy.
He might well be right. He might just as well be wrong. I don't know what is to say.
Well,
What's
Only thing I know is that it is of most importance that we find Realia and release her.
Good.
So
Let's go find her.
She's been taken captive by the Shatterkai.
well, that sucks.
You know where they are?
We've been trying to find
Yes.
them. And we've been trying to free her this last long while, but we failed every time.
Well,
He just encountered us in what we thought would be our last attempt, our last push.
Huh. Well,
Now
if,
that you've come, we have a chance at another go.
So if we will help you in whatever way. I don't think we have anything else to go on. So let's free your leader.
Good. This is what I hoped you would say.
But before we free anyone, I still
I have some wounds to
I might
tend to
need
as
to
well.
have a bit of
Time is of the essence. We cannot wait, cannot linger.
I understand, but I'm not sure I'm
Tharogar,
in
I think they're right.
I think I
They
can't
took quite a blow.
I can't really be of much use in the state I'm in right now. And you see like there's like a wound here that's just opened and like blood flowing out.
And no time is of the essence.
Can you do something? People are dying every day. The sooner we can get her free,
I did not.
But it will not
we
help
can
us
stop the killing.
if we just rage in mindlessly. We need to focus our attacks. Focus.
I've done what I can right now, but
Seek to the moon.
See Tharogar clenching a wooden totem of a wolf necklace that he's got on his. He kind of closes his eyes, and you can see that he's really trying to calm down.
We need to rest,
I'm sorry,
but not for long.
I will be stronger sooner than you'd think. There's some magic going on with these short rests sometimes.
Did well.
We considered when we talked here for the duration a short rest.
No. You've been here for 10 minutes. I mean, since your entire talk has been real-time talk, you've talked the amount of time you've actually talked.
I just need a little bit of time to tend to my wounds, and I'll be okay.
I need something as well, but I can't be of much help if we go now. I know of, well, in our world, my brother was kidnapped. I know your feelings. But if we are to help you, we need some rest.
Yes.
But we will do everything in our power to get this Realia back. I think she can be of help to us as well.
Yes.
Did you just see Tharagar's been standing there, and then all of a sudden he just takes his axe and turns around and slams it into a tree. Then he just walks off and walks away.
Is he safe?
He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
I just took a step back in shock.
You could say that.
You sit down.
All right.
Is there anything do you need tending to?
I could use some help with some of these wounds. That thing.
I lay on hands.
And that thing you.
And how much do you need?
I'm around half my HP.
What is that?
He doesn't.
Now it's meta. Now we can.
Yeah.
You can say like,
I'm not dying.
How much HP do you want?
Oh well, give me. Do we have 15 HP?
Yes.
Cool. I'll blow
15.
That. Yeah.
Get that.
Thanks.
Sitting for a short rest.
You stay here. You get a short rest.
That's lovely.
The three of you who have just arrived thought that maybe for a second it's as if you. I mean, while in Little Oak, even on the journey from Little Oak to Candlekeep, you finally had a chance to breathe. You finally had a chance to relax. And even though now you know that your brother is safe, you maybe had hoped that the relaxation part would have lasted a bit longer than what it has turned out to do. On your your walk from where you had the fight to here, it took maybe 15 minutes of you. I mean, you didn't make it that far, but you had to move slowly and hiding in different passages and whatnot. And the three of you who hadn't been here before just saw. I mean, there was never a city wall that you saw. It was as if the entire horizon at all times was ruin and big, like former houses, indicating that this has been a pretty damn big city at one point.
Cremor would have been a region within the city walls.
Nah, maybe not. Cremor is probably half the size of this.
While the
perfect.
short resting, I tell them in detail about this entity that found me and put her blessing upon me, and if they know their name.
As you describe what you saw, I don't know if you've come back yet, but you wouldn't know in any case necessarily.
No.
I mean, you'd guess, but I don't think you care too much for Fey deities and whatnot.
Nope.
And what you're being told sounds a lot like the deity Tiandra.
I tell you.
Tiandra.
While they do that, I'm gonna meditate.
And I eat a bit, tend to my wounds, relax, try and get some rest. That's it.
I come back with some wood for the fire.
Yeah.
And I meditate.
You meditate. You sit down, you ponder on now having heard the word Tiandra. It's not a word you've ever heard before, one name you've ever heard before. Kevin, make a religion check.
That's an 8.
You sit down, and while trying to, it's as if it was pretty, not easy, but easier to snap into focus when you were in Candlekeep, when you were back in Little Oak, when you had a piece of calm where you knew what to expect around you. Whereas here, I mean, you've been attacked by beings you've never seen before. You've almost fallen through a roof in the first hour of being on this plane of existence. And I forgot to say this to begin with, but when you stepped through the portal, you instantly had, even for just a brief moment, there was something with the air, a little bit of, whoa, okay, we just, traveled to another plane of existence.
It's hard to connect to
I was gonna say it's practically impossible for you. The small blue tinkles and aura should tend to sometimes be able to get around your hand. There's quite literally no connection with any of it right now.
Okay, feel.
make a religion check.
Tiandra.
That
Going to Tiandra.
religion.
Was that the name?
That
That's
is
the name.
17.
You have for a long time prayed and know the effects of like what you need to do in order to get certain results. But for the last half year or so, even when you felt like I've done this before, I know what to do, why is this not working? Like why am I not getting the response that I want from my deity? You're feeling the same thing here, even though you do what you're supposed to do. You feel, even in the midst of all the chaos, in the midst of all the rubble and ruins, that you're able to actually get yourself to the mental state where you need to be in order to get somewhat of a divine connection. Nothing is happening.
Do you know where I can find this Tiandra?
She should be here in the Feywild somewhere.
What you know of Chandra is that she goes by the name the Summer Queen, and she is the leader of the Summer Fae.
I tell you.
Yeah, you know that she's powerful, very powerful. But that's about as much as you know.
Right.
Thank you. Let's go get your captain.
Are we ready?
Okay?
Yes.
Yes, I've sat by the fire and I think just before Seek says that, I'm like, Galleon, we're wasting time. Every second we waste, more people of the city, of my tribe, are dying.
I know. Don't you think I know?
Why aren't we doing anything now?
We are. But we need to find our focus.
Enough of finding my focus.
You
Breathe. Seek to the moon.
You end your discussion somewhat abruptly, as the three of you sense that this is probably not the first time these why the hell are we not doing this kind of discussions has been had. The three of you kind of gesture. We're feeling better now. We've had our short rests.
Got a
and
band-aid above my
You start
eye.
packing up your things.
I'm ready to go.
Yes.
You know where you're headed.
I'm good
About
now.
time.
I
Let's go.
told you, if you want me to, I can remind you. Know where she is kept.
Yes. I do
In
know.
a cage by some snakes.
You-
in
I
the
don't like
shadows
snakes.
by the harrows of
I think you.
woods.
I think you should.
and
Maybe you should remind me because I'm
concrete.
not sure I can find
Maybe
it.
you
I
should.
should
not
maybe remind
ask
In the old-
Theragon.
Yeah, I remember.
Because you were the ones who were there.
Yeah, I remember.
shines bright.
Right. So listen up.
Yes.
Riala is kept in the old temple of the city. I've been scouting out the place.
You know that it's guarded. You know that there's been both these Shadowkai. Well, pretty much everything you've fought here has come in and out from that position.
The
You know,
temple lies on a high hill. It's gonna be tough to get in there. Because they're gonna see us coming,
Yeah.
quite likely.
Well, I'm not the sneakiest of sorts.
With this on,
more
I'm,
sneaky now.
I'm better. But yeah, with this on, it helps. But if I'm the only one being sneaky, I don't think there's much idea to it.
Unless we can go close and maybe you can scout without being noticed to see how
Do
much
that.
we're up against. But that would be a plan. Although last time you sneaked around, we kind of lost you a little bit.
Yeah. Well, that wasn't me.
No, that's true.
You start gathering your belongings.
The green
if
guy.
you had anything, I
Oh,
mean,
it was that guy.
in there that you feel like would make sense for you to have, that you bring along. that you haven't already. I mean, you can add an item or something to your inventory. Don't know what it would be, but if you have something where you think this would make sense, you don't have a +3 sword lying around. But
look.
if you had, whatever, maybe you could have 1 healing potion or just one not too absolutely OP object that you would say, great, we are going again, and this time you know that it's gonna be, if not your last attempt total, then maybe something to it. So whatever you've kind of kept.
Yeah, I think I would grab, if there are healing potions.
You probably have 1. Like, you've been very, very careful with spending them.
Yeah.
But you probably have 1 healing potion each, and it would be a
Greater?
I'm looking it up right now because I don't remember the difference.
Regular, greater, superior.
You would both have
Supreme.
a greater healing potion each.
Nice.
That's what I got with my reviews.
That's what you
I
got.
haven't got anything.
And you start making your way back out. You kind of remove what little, as you described, Thorgar, what little kind of blanket or piece of cloth to kind of get out from the seemingly rubble that you're now making your way back into the streets with. And
While we have been resting a little bit, I'm just gonna take out my rope in the meantime and try and make a kind of lasso of it. Yeah. And then put it back in the backpack.
Put it around my neck.
you make your way out into the street again.
Prepared.
Again, I mean, the 3 of you wouldn't know. It looks like any other street you've walked down in this city would know your way around anything. There's no real check marks that you can use to decipher what rubble you're staring at compared to the other rubble you looked at just before. And you start making your way into the city center. The 2 of you will know that. Up ahead of you, you see how the rubble, which was plain for a while, slowly starts maneuvering uphill, and you can see as the street kind of goes straight for a while, you sense this pile of houses, of stone, of dirt, just lying on top of one another. It's pretty clear to see that this probably used to be pretty plain at one point, but the amount of destruction and everything there has pretty much turned this place into a mountain of rubble. You see that on the top of it, dark smoke comes out from the top, and the 2 of you know that that is essentially the epicenter of where the destruction began, where the royal palace was, and where the old temple was as well. You look at them kind of going, yep, that's where we're headed. And that's where we're in today's session. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We will see you for more D&D next time.